Thanks for joining ATH Streams and More on our premier crypto question and answer session. Community rules will still apply from my regular streams to here. If you have any questions about it, the chat is available and I'm able to answer any kind of questions that you may have. I'm turning on live chat now. There we go. All right. I'm just going to leave this screen up for just a minute and kind of explain to you the community rules. Live chat is enabled for everyone for the question and answer session. Please no sexual materials in chat. There's no exceptions to the rule. I will ban you. No posting of links to viruses, malware, or other scams. I'm the one that's going to be posting information that you can use. Now, while this is the first stream of this type, it may be kind of slow, and I'll be able to get that all typed out for you guys at a later time for the description. Basically, and also don't bully or fight or do any racial slurs. I am not for that. You cannot threaten any users or even myself at any time during the stream. And no self-promotion. If you are someone who's doing similar things that I'm doing, please do not self-promote. I appreciate it. If you do not follow these rules, your message will be removed. You'll be either put in timeout, which is allowing me to stop you from communicating for a little bit of time. You'll either be banned from my channel, or I'll report you to YouTube if it's severe enough, because they need to investigate those. Basically, just have a common sense, and we'll all have a good time. Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining ATH Streams and More for the And More section of ATH Streams and More. ATH Streams and More, most of y'all probably already know me. I am a content creator and streamer for video games. I mainly do retro games. I'm part of a retro gaming league on Facebook, which encompasses all the different platforms. And I also do battle royale games like Fortnite and some other games just to kind of keep it up. I've been wanting to do some crypto stuff for quite a while now. I've been dabbling with it for a little bit, and I've learned a lot in the past 2 years. And a lot of the information I've had to disseminate because a lot of it can be kind of fake and things like that. And I want y'all to be kind of, exactly knowing what's going on. So, for right now, I don't have any of my layouts correct for showing everything. It's all on my gaming stuff right now, but I am working on new layouts and that'll be more aesthetically pleasing than the space stuff and my Knights gaming stuff. But a huge shout out to them because they've helped me along the way learn how to use all the software and technological aspects of the actual stuff. So I'm going to switch on over to a special area just called recordings only, which is what I use whenever I record videos. And I'll leave the music running. That way it kind of gets some background music and things like that as we're going. And plus y'all can see me better too. All right. So my gameplay screen will be available for me to show you other things like that as well. So number one, what I'm about to show you can sometimes be technologically challenging if you're not understanding what it is. So what we're going to be speaking about in this particular lesson, or mainly a QA session, as I said, that way y'all can ask questions in the middle of it, will be how to get started, what cryptocurrency is, and what it is not. Because I've had to learn across a lot of different information gathering to basically kind of just go through it and say, okay, what's the real thing and what's not. I've basically done a lot of the grunt work for you, but I also want to give a huge shout out to Chief Geek 3D. He is a TikTok user who is on Twitter. He also has moved over to Mastodon, one of the not defederated, but how do I put this without sounding stupid? Decentralized social network. It's not necessarily a social network. You can host your server and things like that, but that's for another stream. But he is a streamer on Twitch as well. He does Linux-based gaming, which just means just a different operating system. He's showing off how he can do it, kind of things like that. But he's been a real inspiration for me to give me all the information that I've needed and kind of put me in the right direction. And a huge shout out to him so that way I could share it all with you guys. So, number one, while I get my web browser up here, I'm not going to use this one. I'll use another one. That way I don't, because I'm doing in the middle of schoolwork. I'm in the middle of trying to finish my degree as well. So, and what I'm about to show you guys, I'm going to be very, very security oriented, which means if you want to get these things, you will need to get them from the manufacturer directly, not through Amazon, not through eBay, and stuff like that, because there have been a lot of things that have happened with the stuff, with the users opening boxes and then reselling them. This is for the safety of you. So let me go ahead and talk about what cryptocurrency is. Most of y'all have looked at cryptocurrency and gone, "Oh, it's this really tricky currency. It's like I have to do a conversion factor. I have to understand all this stuff." Well, kind of no. If you have purchased video games and they have virtual currency, it is basically almost the same thing, with the exception that what you're receiving from the video game cannot be put back and forth. And there's different ways that you can get it. Number one, cryptocurrency is not for the faint of heart. It does involve some risk, and it also involves a lot of resources that you may have to give to this. And we'll discuss those further down. But to start, number one, treat cryptocurrency as if it's your own money. Just like when you put your cash in a bank, you have to have a way to hold the cryptocurrency. The good thing is with banks is they are backed by the government. At least in the United States, you have FDIC and NCUA for credit unions. That means that if the bank goes broke, business goes on as usual, and your money's still accessible. If y'all have taken macroeconomics classes about banks and the free banking foliage with cryptocurrency, you will understand the reserves and things like that go along with cryptocurrency. Because that's just the basics on those. One thing I would start out with, number one, is if you are going to do this, you will need a place to hold your cryptocurrency. You may have heard of exchanges or services that specialize in you purchasing cryptocurrency, and they create a wallet for you, much just like you would have in my wallet. That's where I carry my money and my credit cards. So, with that said, you'll need a wallet. Do not use an exchange to hold your cryptocurrency, because we're going into a bear market, is what I call it, and you're going to see some of these exchanges start to close, especially when you start looking into crypto news and things like that. The best thing I can suggest to you is treat cryptocurrency when you get a wallet and things like that is, if it's not your keys or it's not your wallet, meaning it's someone else is taking care of it for you, much like investments per se, not your money. So if they're gone, let's say they file for bankruptcy, that money is not associated with you. It'll be liquidated. per se, and they'll be distributed to the creditors. You'll be the last person. So let's say you had, an example, $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency. Think you're going to get $10,000 back? You're not. Because of all the creditors that are owed, they have something called prioritized payments first to those people, because that's part of the bankruptcy court. So you need to own your cryptocurrency. I have something here, and I'll turn it on here. This is something called a Ledger hardware crypto wallet. This particular one is the Ledger Nano X. Ledger has different kinds, specifically, and I'll show you here in just a minute. They have the Ledger Nano X, which is what I have. That one is $149 US currently. They have the Ledger Nano S, S is in Sierra, Plus, at $79.99. Those are the two that they have currently that you can purchase. They had other ones. The reason I chose the Ledger Nano X at the time was, number one, it had more memory for the storage of the applications, because you can add things like this. Think of adding things to your wallet like an ID, cash, credit cards, maybe even a membership card or something like that. Think of adding apps that way. That'll give you access to everything else. Now, with that said, this one also has Bluetooth, so I could take it on my phone with me, so I can have it here. So what this does, if you install the computer app, everything has to go through here for you to authorize it, which means you can't lose your crypto unless you do something completely wrong. But you have the keys in your hand. So let me bring up my gameplay screen so you can see what's going on. So this is the Ledger. This is just one company of many that are trusted. Ledger Nano S Plus, which is $79.99. The Ledger Nano X, which is what I have, $149.99. So they're both simplicity based, meaning they're easy to work. There's only really not much you can do, and you can put it in a safe and things like that. They have an app called Ledger Live, which allows you to configure it. But remember, and I'm going to say it like this. You're like, well, wait a second. If they have their own app, what happens to the company? That's a good question. So a lot of these things here, you have something called recovery keys. And you can put them into different applications. So like for cryptocurrency, for example, Monero, the privacy-based cryptocurrency, use a third-party wallet which connects to their network, and you hold the keys to the crypto, meaning this connects to that app and allows you to do that. The same thing happens with the other apps as well. It doesn't make sense so far, but it won't let you view your balance. It won't let you do anything unless you authorize it from this device. The device itself has a USB-C connector on the bottom. I'll show you that in just a minute as well. But that is your key. This one has a rechargeable battery. I haven't had to charge it for a long time, but I do keep it unplugged and I turn it on sometimes so that way the battery keeps moving down. But when you create this, when you set up this ledger, you will get a recovery key, which is your main one, which allows you to have the same generated codes as your wallets do, like for Ethernet, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Shiba Coin, and even when you connect to another app like MetaMask, which we'll talk about another one, but like the actual wallets for the different cryptocurrencies like Helium and Monero. So you have that. That's what I would do. There's also a different brand of wallet. Let me look it up here. I forgot what it was called. It's a weird name. Come on. Oh God, where is it? Oh, what's that thing? It's not a. There's a Tresner. That's. I'm sorry. Tresner is another company that does that. Not Trent Reznor, for Pete's sake. Give me a second here. Wrong button. Okay, so Tresner is this device here. It's has the same concept, but you own the keys as well. So it has the similar security. It's just a different type of device. I'd be very careful in selecting one. I chose Ledger because it has great support. So if there's something wrong, I can email them up and say, hey, I'm having problems with this device. Can you send me another one? And I can put in my recovery key and it brings everything back. That's the main thing you need to worry about. So this device here is essentially the same thing. They have different models. They have the Model T, which is 213, or the Model 1, which is 67. Now this one has a touch screen here. The Tresner kind of reminds me more of the Ledger, but it tells you what supported coins. They have 1,456 on the big one and 1,289 tokens and coins, but it supports the major assets. So if I type in Monero, you can send and receiving and swap. So yeah, they're all there. They support the same thing. It's just how much do you want to pay. I got the more expensive one because I wanted to take it with me and connect my Bluetooth if I wanted to do that. All right, so now you know. Okay, so so now you know the hardware devices. Those are just two different brands. The hardware itself. Okay, so you're like, okay, I have my wallet. What do I do with it? So when you set it up, I'm not going to show you on screen because I don't want to ruin my setup. I mean, I can recover back to it if I need to, but I don't have a second one lying around to show you. So what you'll do is when you go through the setup process in the computer, like for example, if you purchase the Ledger and you install Ledger Live from their website, not from some third party, go directly to them. You'll go through the process. It's going to verify your device, but it's also going to create something called a recovery key. The recovery key can be 12 or 24 words. And that key is your way of getting back into your wallet. If for some reason this gets destroyed in a fire, or something like that, it'll get you back to where you need to be, and you can install your apps again. When you put that recovery key in, that signs that one for that particular kind of generation of numbers. So your wallet numbers will regenerate the same correct way, and it'll bring everything back from the blockchain. The blockchain, think of it as like ACH, the automatic clearinghouse. It's just everything's there. But when it brings it back down, it validates every request to make sure that every bit of your money comes back. So let's say you started with 0. It's going to go all the way back down the blockchain, go up, down, up, down, up, down if you've sent or received, and it'll go up and down for a while until it says complete. Because it's like getting your ledger back. That's why it's called a ledger, from your checking account, or in this case, crypto. And when you do that, you'll be able to, and I'll show you with mine. I don't have any money in it right now. I have it in a third-party wallet because I'm only mining one particular kind. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen here. This is Ledger Live. It gives you kind of a thing going on. Let me go ahead and make this a little smaller for you guys. I hate Windows 11. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so you'll notice that I have my start accounts here. Those are the ones that I'm playing with. But once you connect it, your My Ledger, if you want to do anything, you have to connect it and unlock your device. Now, when you set up your device, you'll have to enter a PIN code to turn it on. That's your way of keeping it safe. I go to my accounts here. These are just they're not full. I'm on a third-party wallet, but this is what's there. You can add accounts. choosing whatever you want. But let's say you lose your Monero wallet, this app will still be your connections. You put your recovery key back in here, and it does everything for you. You won't lose it. I'll have a link to a video showing later on what that is, to kind of get you an idea. So you got your wallet, you got it set up. You're like, okay, now how do I receive or do any of this stuff? Well, there's two ways to do it. The way that you have to do this with Ledger Live is if you use their thing. Is let's say you go to, you want some Bitcoin or Pivx or Ethereum or Dash. You go here to receive, obviously. And it's going to ask you to what? So I will go here to Pivx. Hit continue. Now, let's say you don't have your device. You can say, I don't have my device. It's not good to have it, but I'm just going to do it with this way. If you had your device and unplugged it and unlocked it and approved it from here, it takes a while to get understanding how it works. You'll be able to see your wallet address. Think of your wallet address as like your checking account number or savings account number. That's where they would send money for you. So, but you can also, it recommends that you connect your ledger and authorize it to make sure that number matches what's on the screen. That's what it's there for. And also you can hit show QR code where people can scan and send stuff to you. They cannot take anything out of your account. They can only send. You can only send with this, which means you have to authorize it with this, otherwise it will not go through. But that works with every supported coin within Ledger Live. Trezor is going to be similar as well. All right, so I'm going to open up another app called Monero. That's another one that I have been working with. Let me get my cable. The cable that they send with this ledger is not very long. So I'd recommend getting a better one, but make sure that you don't get one that's like a piece of junk. Make sure you get one that's not going to steal anything. I've got it plugged in, so let me log into my ledger here. Hold on. There. When you do that, it logs in. I'm going to choose Monero as my app. There. I go here. Now it's going to say spinning open wallet. You're like, well, it's not doing anything. Well, you got to come over here and accept it. It's got to connect to this thing here, the ledger. Now, what's going to happen is I have it to where it downloads the blockchain to my computer, so that way I don't have to worry about if something happens. If you look here, see how it says percentage sign, not percent sign, but question marks. Well, it's because the account's not there yet. There it goes. You have to actually hit account. If you look here, this is what I have in here. I don't care if y'all see this. I really don't. That's my total balance. That's total unlocked balance. What's going on? There it goes. There it goes. Sorry. It's when the blockchain does that, it kind of flickers. What's going on here? There it goes. Lord have mercy. Pain in the butt, sorry. Sometimes because it is 3D accelerated, it does all that stuff. But what you'll do is you'll create a. You can't see my password anyway. All right, so that's the account, and when you create an account, it'll synchronize up to your ledger. And if you recover, it'll recover from this thing here. Recovery from on this particular wallet is a little bit different than say Ledger itself. You still have to have some recovery information for it as well. There it goes. But that's how you do it. Now you're wondering, oh, he's got 0.2. That's not a lot. It kind of is a lot. Because I'm doing something called mining. We'll discuss that later. But they have a bunch of different type of coins that you can do, like helium, which I think helium, I haven't really determined if it's a scam or not, but it's something that I'm being really cautious of. I joined a group called Emirate, which they sent me a free miner, and I only get a percentage of what's mine. They get the rest. But the problem is with helium, especially out here, because it's a proof of, oh gosh, it's more of a proof of witnessing kind of cryptocurrency. It basically, there's no one out here who has one. I mean, the closest one here is actually at the small little town over here, which is like 3 miles away. But the antenna only gets like 1.5 miles, so there's nothing I can really do. So I haven't really earned much with it. Now, if it increases, yeah, but the chances of it increasing out here are slim to none. So I don't know if it's really a scam or not, but that depends on a lot of things. I'm still researching that. But you definitely need to have a hardware wallet. I'm plugging my ledger, sorry. That way you can hold it in your hands. We don't want to have you with like, I'm not going to say their names. There's different companies that deal with it. We've seen in the news that some of them have gone out of business. And so they're not going to give you anything for them, like to withdraw your crypto or your money. I mean, if you can withdraw your crypto to your new wallet, yeah, do so. You'll get hit a little bit, but that's because of transaction fees. Now that's something we'll discuss in another Q&A video. But that's something to consider. Does anyone have any questions about hardware wallets or what you need to do with them and any kind of specific questions? I'll stick around for a bit for that. Yes, Clean Man, you're gonna get educated, man. Everyone, Clean Man is a fellow knight, part of my the Knights gaming crew. Typically, I'm streaming video games, but tonight I'm not doing that. I'm just doing my inaugural thing for tonight. But thanks for coming in, Clean Man. Appreciate you coming in. Stop. There we go. Maybe I can't see. I just looked at the video. I don't look that good. I have like a big old red spot in my head. All right. If there's not any more questions or anything, I'll continue on. Number 2. How do you get cryptocurrency? Well, cryptocurrency can be done in several different ways. The easiest way is to do something called an exchange. So you probably heard of a couple of exchanges that are available. Right now it's a bull market, bear market, so we're starting to see some changes. But so one of them is Binance. You can basically purchase with low trading fees. Now they do charge fees. I'm not gonna lie to you. They charge fees. So let's say you want to buy some Bitcoin. That price there you see is not gonna be the price you pay. It's gonna be a little bit higher. So you can also basically buy, sell, or convert. That's one of them. So let's say I want to buy some crypto. Let's say I want to do Shiba Inu, which is another one I'm looking into. I want to buy $15 worth. A one-time purchase. Shiba Inu is less than a dollar. If I preview the purchase, well, basically you have to go through the process. It'll tell you what it is. That's one of them. They're a well-reputed company, so you'll know they're fine. There's also one called Local Monero, but you got to be careful with this. These people are purchasing and selling, but you're doing it basically sending the money to Local Monero, and then it releases it to them as soon as you receive the cryptocurrency. So you have some protection, but there are some unscrupulous people that are saying, "Oh, this market is done and we'll be fine," and they never send it. So you're out that, let's say, $134.95 or whatever it is, how much of that is. So, but that's just one thing to consider. Another exchange is there's some other ones out there like Pancake Swap. It's called Pancake Swap Finance. You can connect your wallet and sell it through the Ethereum or a Binance Smart Chain or Aptos. But it's this phishing where make sure you're at this website. So they're trying to make sure you're not going through some proxy where they're going to steal your stuff. So yeah, that's something to look into. Now you got to be careful because a lot of times when you say connect wallet, it's going to say like Coinbase, Binance, and things like that. A lot of these do not support the. These are all software wallets. I don't recommend software wallets because the problem is with software wallets is they are controlled by a third party, and you're not the one with the keys. I mean, you technically have a portion of the keys, but they're kind of an exchange per se. So if the company goes broke, you go broke too. So you have to have a hardware wallet. That's just one way of getting crypto. Another way to get crypto is this right here. This is called a miner. There's a website called unminable.com. What this website does is you mine proof of stake and proof of work Ethereum, and it converts it to your crypto of your choice. And you have different protocols. The protocols. Now this is where it gets really technical. The different protocols are going to detect how much you get, and your hardware is going to dictate what you get. So if you don't have a video card that can do it, it's going to be a while. If you have a CPU that's really good, it's still going to be a while because a lot of these are not that way. You can mine Monero, which is another one we looked at. Within the app itself, it may run a little faster, but it is what it is. So the balance that you saw with my Monero is what I've done through Unminable. And one other thing I tried was a pool, but that didn't work out for me. It was just so easy for me to set up. All I had to do was download the miner app, and then say, okay, in the starting parameters, because you can set parameters. Excuse me, starting parameters like I want to run. It's called T-Rex, but I want it to connect to Kapow. So it'll be kp.unminable.com and port 3333, and then my name of the computer is going to be this. My wallet address is this, so that's where you put your wallet address, and then a referral code. I can get you my referral code if you want, but the referral code, all it does is it gives the person who sent you a portion of what you mined, but it also lowers your cost of mining from 1% to 0.75. So it's definitely in your interest if you want to do that, to use a a referral code. And I do that with some of my buddies too, because number one, they deserve it because they're working hard like I am too. But this is just one of my miners. I'll show you. Let me go back over here to Edge. My other two miners are actually next to my feet down here. I have miner 1 and miner 2. I can connect remotely to them. And see, this one's mining too. You know, tush. This one's using ETC hash, which is fastest for this model. It's using my video card. If you look down here, it says Zotac. That's just using the video card. That's why I'm using T-Rex. That's that one there. If you go to my miner number 2, give me a new number. That's stupid. All right, connecting to desktop. Give it a second here. I'm on a free plan because I only have units. This one's using XM Rig, which is a CPU-based miner. Now, this one's really slow comparison to the other ones if you look at these numbers. It is the way that it is. But that one's mining, and then I have my machine mining right here. Now, you're probably like, well, that's a lot of money. Like, that can be a lot of money. By the time you put in your electricity cost, you may be breaking even, or you may be losing money. There we go. Sorry. But that's just the start of it. Sorry about that. We had a little glitch in the internet there. I'm sorry. Probably because I was connecting to the computers, but that's just the basics to get you started. You have to have a hardware wallet. What I recommend, create your wallet with have your addresses, connect it in any coins that you're interested in. Be careful of a few things, and I'm going to show you one. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I tried this for several months. They're called faucets. Let's see if I can find one. Give me a second here. It's been a pain in the butt. So what faucets are, I'll show you. Like, this thing's loading like slower than dirt. Like, it says, oh, claim your free XMR. So they're like, put your wallet address in. So I'll put my wallet address in. I'll claim. If you look up here, I've tried for a while. And so it says 0.07014317. And you go to withdraw. The withdrawal minimum amount is 135. That's just one. This thing is the fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've tried it with their Dash and their BTC. And this faucet it's a crook. What they're trying to do, and you don't see it, is I have my ad blocker here. They're trying to get you to get free advertising to them, so you click on their stuff. Like, for example, your daily bonus, these things here. Oh, you're like, oh, I can get one 1650. That's not 1650. 16500, excuse me. That's like 0.000016500. It's ridiculous. And like when you go to click get bonus, it goes to some advertising thing, like to another free, one. They're just it's clickbait. It is a bunch of clickbait. And see, this thing goes up, but they don't ever do it. So stay away from faucets. They are the biggest scam known to man. There was a couple that I went through that they tried to get me to do, like, it brought me to a pornographic website. I was like, nope. Then there was one that says, like, oh, you have viruses on your machine, scan now. I had a flyby download. I tried to install it. Luckily, I was able to stop it. because it just downloaded it and I just put it in the trash and deleted it. But you need to be careful about those. So tried and true way, hardware wallet, and then get it set up. Now, when you create your, when you get your recovery phrase, which is either 12 or 24 words, do not, and I repeat, do not save it on your computer. You can save it temporarily and print it off and laminate it or do something, but that is your key to getting your crypto back if something happens. What I have done is I have mine printed and laminated. One's in my safe, and then I also have one that's I've ordered it. It's going to be here in about 5 weeks, where I stamp it in metal, and then that way I can put it into, like, it's a keychain where it says 1, the word, 2, the word, and I'm going to store it in a waterproof, watertight box, or kind of like a storage thing, and I'm going to bury it in the ground. That way, if something god awful happens, I can go grab it. I was like Hatsune Miku, but make sure you have that saved, and then you can go hog wild at that point. That's one thing. Now, number two, we were talking about security and making sure you don't, get those fake faucets. One thing I also want to recommend to you as well, especially if you're going to be using your cryptocurrency for any kind of real thing, like going from your bank and stuff like that. If your bank supports it, like if you're wanting cash and things like that, like United States dollars, on my keychain you may have noticed these two things. These are, let me bring up my bigger screen here. These are called Yubico hardware keys. This is what creates something called two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is what says, hey, you're trying to sign in, we need the secondary code to get in. Well, you're like, I can use my cell phone, they can send me a text. No. The problem is with SMS is those can be intercepted. You can be SIM swapped really easily. These require you to have them in your hands to do anything. I use these with everything. I don't care if it's minuscule. I use it with Twitch. I use it with my email. I use it with my bank. I use it with everything. I had to switch banks because I was tired of them not supporting any kind of security. Like, oh, you just log in, you'll be fine. I'm like, no, I want my money protected. So I went ahead, when I moved to Texas, switched to another bank. Well, because I had to anyway. I mean, it's perfect time. But they supported these for zero trust. So I was really happy about that. And they are really pushing for it because the industry has to have some kind of help with it. And it's getting really annoying that you have all these other banks. You're like, oh, well, we can just do text messages. I'm like, you're idiots. Do not use text messages, because it's been proven time and time again that when you give all these third-party cell phone companies the ability to sell cell phones, they have access to SIM tools and things like that. They can get account information. I don't trust it, which means I want to have my own trust and get it all done. I mean, yeah, really, I'm going to have someone's help to get started. But once it's in my hands, it's mine. I'm locking it down. So that's something to also consider as well when doing security, because that way, especially if you're needing to confirm by email that your email is legit and things like that, these are going to be your friend. I can use these on my cell phone because this black one is a Yubico 5 NFC. It has a USB where I can hit it in and push the button and it'll let it go through. The blue one is the base one, which is my backup to get into my email. That's all it is for. I'm going to get these separated out into a second area, so that way if something does happen, I'm able to get in my email and turn off the other black one. Because you can download this Yubico app. I'll just show you. I don't really care if y'all know. It's called Yubico Authenticator. For those websites that still require a software authenticator, it still uses this. So you open it up. It says scan your key. I put it behind here. Come on. There you go. It brings up my websites. I can say, I want this one. And it says, okay, put your key there. And tap your key. And I get a code. That's the code that you would have to put in. But you hold the keys. It's not connecting online. This is the key. So you can turn your Wi-Fi off. You can turn your cellular off. It still works. It's not using any kind of thing like Authy, where Authy has to connect to their server and you have to add it and everything like that. I don't like those. But that would be a great security measure, because a lot of businesses are starting to do that again, especially with if y'all remember Battle.net when World of Warcraft was out, when people were hacking accounts. They finally got enough of it and they started selling these little keychain things where you push the button and it displayed a 6-digit number. That's the same thing as that, except you have it and it's not online. You just have to change the battery. That's all it was. It was based on some heuristic algorithm and things like that. But I would definitely get some security before anything else, because if you don't have security, it's like going into your car and leaving your wallet out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I can get some cash out of it. Make it tough for them. Make it tough. And make it tough for you too, because if you really need that money, you'll go through the hoops. But if you're limiting someone where they can't get into it, you're going to be like, yeah, they can get in. Same thing. That's why I'm always turning off my debit card and things like that when I'm not using it. So that way, if someone does get my number online, to be because I have automatic bill pay on a lot of this stuff. I just have to turn it back on and say, yeah, run it again. I'd rather have that happen than have someone take thousands of dollars out of my account, which I don't have, honestly, and hold on to your stuff, because your liability is the pain in the butt, because if they have to recover the money with a chargeback because of that, it's going to be very hard, because they have to go through days and days and days sending out information to them to get your money back. And I'd rather have the extra security on top of having the extra security for cryptocurrency, because with you being able to hold it, and it's called HODL, meaning you make it, you hold on to it for a long period of time. I treat cryptocurrency like it's a retirement account. I mean, I may not make much off of it, but it's something better than nothing. I'm not going to become an instant millionaire overnight. Hell, I don't want to become a millionaire overnight. If I was becoming a millionaire overnight, we have a problem. You wouldn't see me here. See? So, yeah. Does anyone have any questions about the security keys and everything? I believe... I just thought of this. I think I have a code where you can buy the ledger with my link, and I think you get a bonus when you buy it, like a $25 Bitcoin voucher, where it's not a full Bitcoin, obviously, but it's something where you can put it in your wallet and you can kind of move around and do something like that. That way you're not spending a lot of money. I believe I still have that. Let me look. Order confirmed. We've shipped order. Address migration program. That was something later. Ledger referral. Let me see if I can find a hole in there. There it is. Referral app. All right, so it's $10 that I get, and I believe you get something too. I got it. Hold on here. I was in the old legacy program before they changed over. Email's been sent. Hold on here. It's been a while. Oh, and another thing too. Don't how do I put this? Oh, I got it now. Don't use the built-in password saver for your browser. Use a program that has zero trust, which means you can use these things too. Also, you can technically use your ledger as the authenticator as well for some sites with FIDO. Although I do prefer YubiKey's WebAuth stuff a lot easier than the other one. But that's just me. So yeah, let me go here. Ledger. Okay, I'll get it. If y'all are interested, just let me know. Give me your email address. I'll send you a little thing. And it'll be the legit one. I know these things are expensive. Let's see. God, I can't see. Ooh. So November 10th, they noticed something was going on. It says FTX swap service has been paused on Ledger Live app. We'll let you know as soon as it's back on. But FTX is gone. Yeah, it's bad. It is bad with FTX. And they have a great documentation for everything. Oh, let me see if it did it here. Hold on here. Wow, I got a good price on mine. I paid $119 for mine. That was last year. The prices have gone up. Everything has gone up in price because of supply chains and stuff. It's been really bad. Now, for Ledger, it does come from France. Give me 4 days to get it. I got it right before Christmas. It was so awesome. I liked it. So remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Let me do something here. Hold on. United States. Oh, they took me out of the legacy program because they discontinued it. I see what it is now. All right. Let's see here. I got 2 FA on this as well. That's crazy. It's called a one-time password. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat if you want to get a ledger. There it goes. That's the link that you can use to purchase. I do get a commission off of it. Just I think it's only the $10 in Bitcoin. It's not 25. It's $10, and I believe you get one too. So, I have to have everyone there. So, but it's really really good. And not only that, you control everything. And that's just for Ledger. If you want Trezor, that's fine. It's just a different thing. Proof of ID, proof of address. Well, geez, thanks. Texas. But yeah, considering it's a good. But I would definitely love for you guys to get started and get involved. If you're wanting to learn how to mine, that's going to be a totally different ballgame. I probably have to do that in person because trying to explain everything that I've learned via showing off like how to put the stuff in there. I mean, I could do it. It's just, it's not easy. But something to consider. I do like Ledger, so Ledger's really good. It has a rechargeable battery in it, so you don't have to have any worry about batteries. It's sealed, so if to mess with this, you're going to have to do a lot of damage, and that's what's happened with a lot of them on Amazon. Do not buy cryptocurrency keys except direct from the people, because they have everything to do security with their supply chains. Also, the same thing with this thing here. This is the YubiKeys. Buy them directly from them. I'm gonna get set up with them as well. I do have an extra one here. It's somewhere in here. It is I don't know where it is. I have a spare YubiKey. It's brand new in the package. I bought it from them too. I was thinking about using it as a giveaway once everything kind of got going on, but the problem is with what I'm saying, I wouldn't trust myself sending it to you. Yet it has to come directly from them, so I'll probably just keep it for me. That way I can have it, because the other problem you're going to run into with these, the blue one is just for plugging in only. It has NFC, but it doesn't allow you to have the one-time passwords. The black one lets you do it too, but they also have a USB-C model and Lightning model for the iPhones and Androids, and then they also have another one. It's a biometric, so it adds even a bigger layer on top of that. So it's something to consider. I don't have them because I've been using these. They work fine, and I've had no problem with it. But something to look into. Let me see what I can do here. Yes, I can. Okay, I'll take care of it. Let's see here. Andrew Harris. I know that all right. I'm signing up for it now. I don't know if I'll be approved or not. Right in the middle of it. Look at the 5 categories. United States, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, oh, I did it wrong. Oh, there's too many R's. I think that's it. Let me find out. Yep, that's it. Got it. Oh. Great. I'm gonna do it this way. Hold on here. Give me a second here. I'm trying to get it all set up for you guys. Trying to make sure all the they require you to have www, whatever it is. Half the time I don't even know what it is. Yes, I've read the agreement. Let's go. Oh my god, really? I had to learn to fields contain errors. Oh. All the instructions in the email. Okay. Oh, so I yep. Wind Moon. How you doing, bud? Sorry, I was trying to get all this stuff taken care of, but if y'all are live in the chat, if you want to take a look at that ledger, the referral link is in there below. Not below, but in the live chat. That will allow you to purchase one, and that is from Ledger directly. You can get this one, which is the Ledger Nano X, or basically the smaller version, which is okay. It's the same thing, just not a lot of memory, so you can't have all the apps on there. I just did the bigger one because I could. That will help you get you started with having your own physical cold wallet because you own it at that point. And to reiterate, do not use an exchange to hold your crypto, and don't use a software wallet because if something happens with that company, you're stuck. So, and technicality, they are kind of a cold wallet. You could, in theory, put that recovery code in and take it over with this, but depending on how it's programmed and their algorithm to generate, it may not be the same. And so I don't want to take that risk. And you're trying to minimize your risk at this point. So anyways, they've said they're going to send me an email here pretty soon about getting that stuff done. Ledger's already done, so I'm good to go on that. So it's good to go. I definitely want to kind of get you guys started because if you're interested in starting crypto in a kind of in a techie way, I'm trying to make it so it's easier for you to understand visually and verbally how it works between a crypto wallet, using some security keys to even lock down your email if you're doing transactions, so that way no one else can just get into it, because hackers can do some strange things and they can do stuff without you knowing about it. But if you can make it harder for them and be one step ahead of them, definitely do it. And even if it's not Ledger, you can use Trezor. That's another one that people have used. When you do your recovery key, save it, put it in a fireproof safe, bury it. I don't care. That way, if something happens with this device, this thing gets destroyed in a fire, you lose. Even with your keys, get some spare UB keys, because I have a spare one too. I'm about to put it on my email just in case I can get things started, and I'm about to get another NFC one and put it in there too, because I'm considering it, because they're dirt cheap if you really think about it. $40 for something like this, do it. And then this thing here, $150. It's a no-brainer to me. That way you can go ahead and hold on to your stuff. But I'm sorry for that little downtime there. I was trying to get everything typed in. I'm not the best streamer when it comes to trying to get information and stuff. I'm usually not prepared for it because I want to be part of the action. I wanted to learn with you guys too what needs to happen. That's just me, but it's all fun. It really is fun. Because yeah, I use this on my Android phones too. I mean, it keeps everything done. I even use this so I can log into my computer. I don't want anyone getting into my stuff. I'm very security oriented because I work in IT. I know how it goes. You have people that will try everything, you know. Yeah, I've seen it with kids. It's not. It is what it is. So yeah. Oh, that's the morning brew. So yeah. Inflation could lower my taxes in 2023. Yeah, right. So yeah. But definitely something to consider. At least get y'all started with that. Get yourself a wallet. Get yourself set up with it. Use your computer and go directly to the company. Use that link in the little chat if you decide you want to do that. Or use Trezor, doesn't matter. Get it set up. Save your recovery code. That's for the ledger itself. Once that's done, if you have any other cryptocurrencies you're interested in that's not supported directly in the Ledger Live app or their Trezor app. Now, honestly, I haven't used Trezor, so I don't know. Get your recovery height and things like that, that'll be another one too about security against your loss and things like that. What we're trying to do is get you set up with the start, because it does take some time to get these things. That's one thing. if you're interested in mining, there'll be a different mining series on different things. Be on the lookout for fake cryptocurrency faucets. They are all fake, basically. There is one that I tried that did pay, but it wasn't worth the trouble. If you're interested in the cybersecurity portion of it, on how you can help put more security on blockchains, which is another another technical video, which I'll be doing probably in 2023. Hit that subscribe button. There is a playlist called cryptocurrency. I forget the actual name of it. I'm just curious myself. Let me look at my studio thing. There we go. Studio. We got my playlist here. Content. Playlist. Here we go. It's called Crypto Learning Sessions is what it's called. Sorry. I apologize for that. That will get you more information. But this isn't like, I'm not going into like showing details and things like that, or going and showing command line codes and things like that. I'm just visually showing you something so you're like, okay, he expected me to see this. Oh, he's expecting me to know what this is. But disseminating the information to you so that way you're not going through the same stuff I did, because it was very difficult, because there's a lot of fake information out there. There's a lot of people out there who will not tell you the correct information. They won't tell you the truth because they want you to pay for sessions. Hell, I'm not paying for any damn thing for you guys. I'm telling you what I've done as a normal human being to basically show you how it's done. But does anyone have any questions about the hardware that we spoke about? Or any of the stuff that you saw? I mean, is there any kind of questions? I don't mind answering any questions that y'all have about it, because that's what I'm here for. I don't want to make it so you don't understand what's going on. I'd like for y'all to answer some questions. Do y'all have any questions? My eyes are killing me today, y'all. It's been bad. We recommend you use an Audio Array 128. Okay, that's fine. Any questions at all? I know this is the first stream, so it's probably not going to be a bunch of questions or a bunch of stuff. I'm also watching my whispers on Twitch and everything else to see if there's anyone coming. That's why you see me going back and forth between screens. Just to make sure that I'm not doing anything bad. Oh my goodness. I gotta go through this. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and we've been live for about just over an hour when you count the countdown and everything. For the next session, you will not see this gaming stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and make some custom information. Not custom information, but custom screens, so that way it looks a little bit more like, not futuristic like my gaming stuff, but more cryptocurrency stuff, so that we can kind of see. And plus, if y'all are interested, I'll be able to put up some, almost like a PowerPoint presentation per se, but it's really not. It'll be more of like an interactive thing, more fun, things like that. Because one thing I learned in school is I hated PowerPoint presentations because they were boring. I always try to make them fun with like little musics and things like that, but teachers did not like that. and I'm almost 40 years old, so it's been a while. But anyways, what I'll do is I'll as soon as Yubico approves the affiliation thing, I'll send that in the description. I'll edit the description of the video. I'll go ahead and put the information in. And I'm also going to kind of keep my for these particular kind of streams, I'm going to keep the text consistent, so that way if we have newcomers coming in, everyone will be able to get the same links and things like that. And I'm also considering doing some additional merchandise opportunities. Like, for example, if we get a lot of people that like it and we grow the channel the way I'm hoping it will, I'll show you what happens is on my streaming channel, I have a really good following. It's not just on YouTube, it's on Twitch and Facebook. But I have like these merchandise that you can have here from an affiliation with No Name Nerd, where they print this stuff and they send it out. The jersey is awesome. I have the jersey. I'm going to order the hoodie and have it so I can have it for this winter. I have the ball cap. I even have the stickers. I just don't have the mugs and the buttons. I mean, I have like the ones I made, but theirs are a whole lot better than mine. So I tried doing the little stamp thing where you push down on it and put the little picture in, and mine suck. They're really bad. But anyways, thank y'all so much for coming on in, and I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna check this real quick on here. You know what language that is? I wonder. Oh, Wind Moon. No, I will never buy a Lamborghini. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm never going to buy one. Let me tell you one thing. As a smart businessman, you got to look at the viability of a vehicle. Do I want a luxury vehicle? Absolutely. I was a kid. I always wanted like the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris. But as an adult, I'm looking at longevity of the car. I'd rather drive a flippin' cheap Toyota that has parts available and I can maintain it myself, because I repair my own cars. I live on a farm. Out here, we take care of stuff. I'm not going to buy a Lamborghini because there's just no point. If I want to be a millionaire, if I ever get there, I'll just be driving a little old grainy car, because it'd be something that I can put more money aside, not for me, but for my kids. I'd rather be able to have them go through college and stuff like that, or if something happens and they can't, I want to be able to make sure they can take care of themselves. That's the main thing. I appreciate you coming in, man. If that's exactly what it means. It's also, Wind Moon is also a Web 3.0 NFT book about cryptocurrency. It's about $6-7. It looks pretty cool though. Teaches kids a safe approach to learning about crypto, how to find a good NFT project, and what to be wary of to avoid scammer. That's a good point. You know, that's probably what that meant. I probably read your comment wrong, Benjamin. It's more of like just getting everyone situated and knowing what they need to do and things like that. But I appreciate y'all being part of this interesting little stream. It's not. I know I did some things wrong when it came to the setup of it. I use my gaming thing instead of like having all new graphics, but I'll take care of it. I design everything myself. There's no money involved with it. Yeah, I'll get commissions on links when you buy stuff, but I use them myself. I'm not going to be these salesmen that go, oh yeah, buy this, it'll work for you. I work in IT. I have salesmen all the time selling to my teachers and selling to everyone else, and we come to implement it and it's nothing like what they said. I try it myself, and if I can do it, so can you, and anyone can do it. Appreciate every one of y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Part 2 will be even better. And if y'all have any questions in the meantime, feel free to, when the stream ends, to add them in the comments. You can ask your questions there, or you can even go to athstreams.co, and it's my gaming page. I'm going to add some of the new crypto stuff, but you can ask questions there. I have an email address there. You can ask on my Instagram. You can ask basically any social media that you find me on. Go ahead, including Mastodon, Twitter, which I don't know if Twitter will be here for very much longer at the rate they're going. But we'll have fun. Appreciate everyone y'all coming out. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out.